Hey there everybody, here today with my 1983 Mustang GLX. I'm having a little bit of an issue with the hood release. When I pull the hood release, set down under the steering wheel, as you can see, nothing is happening when I'm doing that. Somewhere inside the latch is broken. So I'm going to have to go ahead and open that up manually. So if you're having this problem, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so to undo the hood latch manually, you're going to have to lay underneath your car. Right now I'm laying directly underneath the front license plate holder. So right above my chest is the front license plate holder. And that yellow you see at the bottom of your screen, that is, that's the rear of the grille. That's just the unpainted plastic. So kind of that big oval shape like right here. I'm just sticking my finger through the grill, so that's the Ford logo right there. So if you reach up here, right here where my index finger is pointing, that's the cable that's coming in from the hood release underneath the steering column. And you won't be able to see it here. I'll show you a different angle in a second after I get it open. But right, basically underneath this piece of metal right here, there'll be another piece of metal that's the little latch. So find the end of this cable, and then directly to the right of that is going to be the latch that cable is supposed to hook onto and open it up. So you'll find that, and then put your hand to the right of it, and then push it to the left, like that, and that's going to release the hood from underneath the car without using that cable release. Okay, so since it was hard to see from the bottom, I'll show you from the top where that little latch is. So this is the end of the cable. I've loosened up this bolt that holds it in to this little bracket. So I'm just going to take that out right now to get it out of the way. And then directly behind there, right to the left of that little hole that bolt goes into, it's still fairly hard to see. You can see that I'm pulling with my finger this little latch. So that's what's tripping that mechanism there, which is then, of course, releasing the hood latch. And then it allows you to open it up, this one, from the front. So here it looks like the problem is, so the end of this cable has this little collar on it. So that little collar is supposed to slip in. Pull this out again. You can see that little groove in this little trigger. So it should be fitted into that groove. For some reason it's come up. But that's my problem. It was disconnected right there. I can see here there's nothing really wrong with my cable. It's not snapped or anything. Doesn't appear to be frayed or broken or anything like that. So all I've done is I've now reattached this little bolt. So I set the cable back in place and then just lifted that little collar back into that groove that I showed you, just to get it all set up again. So I'm hoping that just fixes the problem as is. I'm going to go ahead now and just test it out. Alright, so I've got the hood shut. I'm just going to pull this lever again and make sure that it does work as expected. And there we go. Satisfying sound of the hood unlatching. As we can see, it has come apart, and now I can lift it up as it should be. So if you're not like me and there's something else wrong with your cable, maybe it snapped somewhere inside, or it's broken apart in some other way and you have to replace the whole thing, still not too big of a deal. You can easily find a new cable online to replace it with. So all you would have to do is take off this bolt right here that we've already had off, just to take it loose on this end, and then just follow it along the side of the engine bay. And then you would find a rubber grommet if you follow it down here. That's where it passes through into the car. And then if we come around to the other side, so we'll just start with the hood release lever. And we'll see that that runs back all the way up. And there's the other side of that rubber grommet. So you just have to take this lever off. You actually get, with new part, you get a whole new lever. And all this does, it just bolts onto this metal bracket. There's a bolt on either side. So you just take those two bolts off. You take the bolt off up by the latch underneath the hood. And then those are the only 3 fasteners. So you just take those off and then pull the cable through. And then just fish the new one through and replace it just how the old one was. And then hopefully with that, you'll have a functioning hood release. So hopefully this video gave you a good idea of how you can get your hood open. If your hood release cable is broken or stuck or jammed or whatever, just by going underneath the car and opening up manually from the front. And then once you do get it open, hopefully it gives you a good idea of how you can either fix your existing cable just by setting it back in place, or if it's broken or otherwise unfixable, how you can go about replacing your cable. So I hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching.